Ijeoma and Cynthia were inseparable. Their friendship had blossomed from their early years in secondary school. They looked very much identical, sharing everything together. No one could tell the secret behind their friendship. Even their parents get confused sometimes because of how they relate like identical twins. Some argued it was destiny. At just 17, they were the envy of their classmates, inseparable and seemingly destined for greatness together. Though Ijeoma's intelligence often outshines Cynthia, always helping Cynthia in solving difficult class assignments, their friendship remained solid, a testament to their unbreakable bond. One evening, Cynthia suggested an idea that would seal their friendship forever. The girls pricked their fingers with a thorn. They let their blood mingle, swearing to never leave each other's side, come whatever may. They agreed to be in the same university, study the same course, marry the same day, and maybe give birth the same day. The ritual was performed. A blood covenant was a solemn vow that bound their destinies together. When their final exam came, they excelled brilliantly. Both were admitted to study medical laboratory science at University of Nigeria, Nsukka. However, life began to unveil the tightly knit fabrics of their bond. While Cynthia's wealthy parents supported her every need, Ijeoma's family struggled. Her father's meager pension and her blind mother's inability to work made it nearly impossible to pay Ijeoma's school fees. The situation reached a breaking point when her parents tearfully asked her to return home and await better days. Cynthia, though aware of her friend's plight, offered no help. Claiming her hands were tied, Ijeoma reluctantly dropped out, returning to her village. For 2 long years, she worked menial jobs to support her family. Her dreams of becoming a laboratory scientist faded into the background. Meanwhile, Cynthia soared academically, enjoying the privileges her wealthy parents afforded. Despite their promises, distance crept into their friendship. Cynthia rarely called, and Ijeoma, overwhelmed by her struggles, gradually lost touch. Then, as if fate had other plans, a wealthy, kind-hearted man approached Ijeoma's family, seeking her hand in marriage. The proposal brought joy to her parents, who saw it as an answer to their prayers. The wedding was modest, yet beautiful, and Ijeoma moved to Lagos after their marriage to live with her husband in Lagos. When Cynthia heard of Ijeoma's marriage, bitterness took root in her heart. She saw it as a betrayal of their blood covenant, an unforgiving act. Consumed by her jealousy and resentment, she sought revenge. Cynthia visited a native doctor, instructing him to tie Ijeoma's womb so she could never bear children. The priest obliged, and within months, Ijeoma and her husband began to worry about their inability to conceive. Not satisfied, Cynthia returned to the voodoo priest again, the native doctor, asking him to sow discord between Ijeoma and her husband. The spell worked. Argument erupted over a smallest issue, and soon Ijeoma was thrown out of her matrimonial home. Heartbroken, she returned to her parents, who were bewildered by her sudden misfortune. Unknown to Ijeoma, Cynthia harbored a dark secret. Before Cynthia's birth, her parents had been childless for years. In desperation, they sought help from powerful water spirits, who promised them a child with one condition: their daughter will never marry. The prophecy haunted Cynthia's life, and she secretly vowed that if she could not find happiness in marriage, neither would Ijeoma. It was this bitterness that had driven her to bind Ijeoma in the blood covenant, ensuring they would share the same fate. Ijeoma, however, was determined to find answers. she began attending a prayer house, seeking divine intervention, praying every day. During one section, the man of God revealed her plight, revealing everything that has happened to her, exposing the spiritual attack and the role of an envious friend. Shocked and heartbroken, Ijeoma intensified her prayers, culminated in an extraordinary event. Cynthia, tormented by guilt and haunted by nightmares, arrived at Ijeoma's family home unannounced, tears streaming down her face as she confessed to everything: the curse, the blood, the covenant, and her own cursed destiny. She begged for forgiveness, revealing her deep regrets and the burden she had carried since childhood. Moved by her friend's remorse, Ijeoma forgave her. Together, they sought deliverance through prayers. Breaking the chains of the past, slowly, Ijeoma's life began to turn around. She reconciled with her husband within a year. She conceived. Cynthia too found peace, dedicating her life to the helping of others and atoning for her sin. Cynthia's confession in Ijeoma's family was met with shock and fury of emotion. Ijeoma's parents, who had no idea of the spiritual warfare waged against their daughter, were outraged at first, but eventually softened when they saw Cynthia's genuine remorse. Ijeoma, still relying on the revelation, chose forgiveness. However, he insisted they need divine intervention to fully break the chains binding them both. Ijeoma convinced Cynthia to join her in attending the prayer house. The man of God, who had initially revealed the cause of Ijeoma's trouble, welcomed them warmly. During a powerful deliverance section, Cynthia's secrets were further unveiled. The spirit of the water kingdom spoke through her, confessing its covenant with her parents and its hold over her life. The congregation watched in awe as the spiritual battle unfolded. The pastor, empowered by the divine authority of God, broke the curses that had plagued both women. Cynthia screamed and fainted as the spirits were cast out, and Ijeoma wept tears of relief. It was a day of liberation for both friends. However, the pastor warned them that rebuilding their lives will require faith, persistence, and wisdom. Cynthia returned to her family, determined to make amends. She confronted her parents about the covenant they made with the water spirit. Her parents, ashamed and repented, joined her in prayers, seeking forgiveness. She established a foundation that supported underprivileged students, ensuring that no one else would face the struggle Ijeoma had endured. Back in Lagos, Ijeoma's life began to take a new positive turn. Her husband, who had initially distanced himself due to the spiritual attack, began to see transformation in her. He apologized for his harsh treatment and they reconciled. Not long after, Ijeoma discovered she was pregnant. The news was met with joy and celebration, not just in her family, but also in the church that has stood by her. Just as life seemed to settle, an unexpected figure from Cynthia's past emerged, a man named Chike. He was a missionary who had once visited Cynthia's village during her childhood. Unknown to Cynthia, he had fallen in love with her, but was unable to pursue her due to spiritual bondage. Now that she was free, Chike felt a divine prompting to reconnect their past across a charity event organized by Cynthia. Though Ijeoma and Cynthia had reconciled, during the preparation for Cynthia's wedding, an old acquaintance from their secondary school resurfaced. Ada, a former classmate who envied their bond, began spreading malicious rumors, claiming Cynthia Foundation was a facade for money laundering. The rumors threatened to tarnish Cynthia's reputation and the foundation's credibility. Ijeoma, now a mother and striving entrepreneur, stood by Cynthia, offering support and resource to counter the accusation. Together, they launched a public campaign showcasing the foundation's impact and transparency. The rumors were debunked, and Ada's bitterness was exposed. Years later, both women looked back to their journey with their pride and gratitude. Ijeoma became a renowned advocate for women's rights and education, while Cynthia Foundation expanded across the country, transforming countless lives. Their story inspired others, proving that even the darkest past could be redeemed and the strongest bond could survive the fiercest storm. Their friendship, once forged in blood and tested by fire, became a beacon of hope, showing the world that true love and forgiveness could overcome any obstacle.